Hey y'all, Zach here. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how I plan on rebuilding my deadlift and how I plan to not only rebuild it, but get to a 700-pound deadlift. Screw 675, I want that even 700. Before we get into today's video though, I would like to quickly shout out my workout program. Again, this is a program I designed myself and it helped me get to a 405 bench, a 635-pound deadlift, and a soon to be 500-pound squat, all naturally. And again, all for the price of $5. All right, back to today's video. So pretty much getting straight into the video, if you're new to the channel, I actually started re-deadlifting about last week. I don't know if you remember, but if you're not new to the channel, I did post where I'm saying, yeah, I'm probably going to take a hiatus off of it from deadlifting specifically because I felt like I was just having too much form breakdown. I felt like I wasn't really improving. And most of it was because of my cut that I'm still in right now, right? But screw that. I'm getting back into deadlift, right? I remembered who I was. I'm a freaking deadlift specialist. So I'm already making noticeable improvements. And one of the biggest reasons why is because I just started deadlifting again, right? I mean, here is the video of me last week pulling 585. There you go. And now here is the video of today of me pulling 585. So number one, the biggest thing that I plan on doing is just deadlifting again, right? I do want to start doing probably twice a week because again, my biggest thing is when I was mastering the deadlift, especially the slack pull, I was like, yeah, deadlift has to just be once a week kind of thing because it is one of those lifts that is very demanding because again, it recruits multiple muscles at once. It is the king of compound lifts because it improves your overall strength, but also demands a lot more from your body, right? But in today, or pretty much going forward, I will be doing it twice a week. Like I did like last Monday, I did it this Sunday, and I was like, you know what? I want to deadlift up to 585. And just see how we go from there. And you've already seen a noticeable improvement. So my muscle memory is already kicking in. I'm getting some of my strength back, which is awesome. And number two, what I plan on doing is, well, it kind of aligns with number one because, you know, deadlifting twice a week, you need to have one for probably, you know, a top set to see how strong or where you are at or what you're fully capable of at that moment. And number two is just working on form, right? And so I decided to, you know, kind of test out the slack pull again because I remember when I started slack pulling, that was one of the biggest game changers for me. So here's me doing this right here. So if you want to see a successful slack pull or know you're slack pulling correctly, notice the bar bend and how the bar was pretty much off the ground before I even picked it up. That's how you know you did a successful slack pull. Right? You know you are successfully slack pulling when the bar is levitating off the ground, right? And you just pick it up and it flies. And one of my biggest things too is you'll probably only notice me doing singles and not doing rep work, right? Because singles gives you enough time or in a better understanding of what you're working with, right? When you're doing reps, everything can break down, right? Right now, your biggest thing in your mindset is just pick this up, just pick this up, just pick this up. Whereas when you're doing singles, right? Each time you're giving yourself enough time between a break within the set. Holy fuck, I'm just tripping over here, my bad. You're giving yourself enough time between each break to really lock down on the form, to kind of analyze what's happening in the video. And you're really giving yourself a refresher. When you're doing rep work, you're just, again, biggest thing on your mind is just picking this up as many times as you can. So form's obviously going to break down and you're not really accomplishing anything at this point, right? So I 100% advocate for doing singles, especially with weight that you can handle, but weight that isn't too heavy or isn't heavy to the point where you couldn't rep it, right? But still, we're not repping it, we're just doing singles. So pretty decent, moderate weight. And for number three is obviously do your accessories. I wish I recorded clips of me doing RDLs, but I don't have it. But the biggest accessories I would recommend are obviously exercises that will carry over to your conventional deadlift or even your sumo deadlift. And number one of those accessories is obviously RDLs, right? Romanian deadlifts. They're amazing. It's literally a deadlift variation that is designed and dedicated to increasing your deadlift, right? So it obviously hits all the whole posterior chain, right? Your hamstrings, your glutes, and your spinal erectors. All three muscles that are highly activated and engaged when doing a conventional deadlift. And another thing is like you could also throw in back extensions because again, that hits your whole posterior chain and will help you build a more bulletproof, lower back, which will obviously, carry over to your deadlifts like amazingly. Another thing is just doing hamstring work, like isolated hamstrings, like just doing some leg curls. You could do lying or seated. Studies show that seated does have a better hypertrophy effect to your hamstrings. And obviously, the bigger hamstrings, the more stronger they are, right? That's just how it works. And then another exercise, which is low key underrated, and that actually helped me to actually get stronger was like low bar squats, right? Low bar squats are amazing exercise because since the bar is sitting kind of on top of your rear delts, the load of that weight transfers more from your quads over to your posterior chain as well, right? So again, it helps with a lot of strength carryover to your conventional deadlift or even your sumo deadlift, and you're just getting stronger, right? It's amazing. And plus, if you're powerlifting, why not squat anyway, right? And again, I've noticed like some decent carryover to my deadlift, even when I took a 2-week hiatus. I mean, shit, I came back from not deadlifting for 2 weeks, hitting a 635 PR, right? Here's a video of me doing that right here. So squats are for sure up there. Another low-key underrated exercise is probably your the adductor machine, right? A lot of people I've heard when they tear their adductors, it isn't from squats, like the first exercise you would assume it from, right? It's actually from deadlifts, right? Especially if you're doing sumo. Sumo really requires you to have strong adductors, and it's actually one of the best exercises to build your adductors. But your adductors are also, part of your hip flexors, and that is also still needed in your conventional deadlift. So having strong adductors isn't a bad thing. If anything, it's just going to blow your deadlift up as well, right? So again, number 3 was just hit your accessories as much as possible. Oh, and number 4, the reason why, because again, this is kind of a personal, but it can be applied to you. Number 4 for me is don't go too crazy on the cardio, right? And the reason why I actually cut a lot of weight, and another reason why my deadlift has been going down is because I've been losing weight. I've increased my pretty much my caloric burn by like a lot, just because I've been doing cardio sessions more frequently. Like I've been doing it 5 to 6 days. Well, starting 6 days last week, and it's insane, right? The cool thing though is your body does adapt to these, intense caloric burn cardio exercises, but it can take 3 to 4 weeks, like pretty much a whole training block. But the way I plan on mitigating this is by probably dropping it to 3 to 4 days, right? Because I still want to lean out. I still want to have like pretty good body recomposition. But I've also noticed that my squats have been not the best, right? Because I was always wondering like, damn, I've been going crazy on squats like twice a week, but I've been giving myself enough rest days in between. Why are my quads still sore? It's because I'm doing too much damn cardio. And the cardio I'm talking about is Stairmasters, right? If you're doing 15 minutes on incline, then you really don't have that much to worry about. But Stairmaster is an interesting case of cardio because you are technically, you're not even technically, you are strength training. You're building those muscles at the same time. So I'm not giving myself the adequate amount of rest time, right? So that's why I'm actually lagging behind when it came to squats. I'm like, what the fuck's going on, right? Because I remember the first time I hit 405, I mean, here's a video of me doing that. Finally. It looks pretty damn smooth, right? And now here's a video of me squatting 405 a month and a half later, like most recently. The difference is pretty crazy. So I'm like, okay, this is not good. So The biggest culprit is just the over excessive amount of cardio that I'm doing. So I'm going to go ahead and mitigate that, minimize it as much as possible, and probably do 3 to 4 days, right? Where I'm probably going to do cardio on my leg days, but instead of the days before I have a leg day, right? Because again, that could help add to the soreness. So probably about 3 to 4 days I'll be doing cardio. Just work around it. So expect an update to the workout program. And the coolest thing about buying my workout program is you get lifetime updates when I'm like, okay, I found out a way to improve my workout program even more, right? But that's today's video. Let me guys know if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or what your deadlift is and what you plan on getting it to as well. But you guys have a good day, and make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I appreciate y'all.